I'm sorry that the brightness isn't bright enough right here, but we're gonna talk about fantasy football and here who are studs and duds. My first list on duds for week one was Peyton Manning. He couldn't really get a pass off against the Baltimore Ravens defense. And I mean, the Ravens have had a good defense for years and years and years, because it's Baltimore, right? But Peyton Manning couldn't really even get. I mean, he threw for 175 and an interception. Yahoo has him listed at, I think he had under 10 points, which is pretty bad. Another dud was star running back, everyone's favorite running back for all time, Adrian Peterson. He didn't do that good. He had 4 points maybe. And I mean, he couldn't really get the run off against San Francisco's defense. And I mean, San Francisco is in the best defense. San Francisco is in the NFC West, which is like the SEC of NFL. So San Francisco can get a defense on you, and I mean, this is what the Seahawks are good at. But I mean, they lost against the Rams, which wasn't good at all. So what first you're gonna have to do is you wanna drop Peyton Manning if you have him. Well, no, yeah, you should drop him if in case he goes against a strong defense. I haven't been researching this stuff, so I haven't been on top research level yet, but I think you should drop Manning. He is old. He is almost 40 years old. He's going to be like the next Brett Favre. I mean, you got to drop him. And you want to get a young blood quarterback named Marcus Mariota. He is from Hawaii, but he can throw that football like Peyton Manning did when he was young. They blew out Tampa Bay, which Tampa Bay sucks, but they blew them out. I mean, it was so bad that it would make a Tampa Bay's fan base feel like the Jacksonville Jaguars fan base right now. And on Jacksonville, their starting receiver Robinson got under 5 points. Don't start him. Blake Bortles, don't start him. Any player for Jacksonville, don't start him. It don't matter if he's good or not. You cannot start any player from Jacksonville. See, you don't want to be a fan, because you ain't going to be able to start no player from Jacksonville. Jacksonville is the worst team in NFL history right now. Calvin Johnson is pretty bad. I mean, you can't blame that, but that's Calvin Johnson. He's on a horrible team. You got Amir Abdullah, who did good. You should pick him up. He'd be a good running back for backups, or he'd be a good backup running back on your team. Here's what I got right now, and I'm gonna tell you on my fantasy team who are studs and duds in my fantasy league, and I will tell you right now who they are. I'm looking at my phone currently right now, so don't mind me not looking at you. But we have to do this. So yeah, and one player who's a stud is DeAndre Hopkins for the Houston Texans. Yahoo said he's uncoverable. He got over 20 points for a wide receiver. That was the second highest behind Julio Jones. And that's amazing. So I'm going to week one of my league, and I'm going to tell you what went down. Alright, here's your studs of the week. We have Aaron Rodgers, DeAndre Hopkins, Eddie Lacy, Bishop Shanky. That's for my team. And for another team who I went against, it would be Julio Jones. You better start him. Start Gronkowski. He got over 27 points on Yahoo. Jarvis Landry, he has potential. He was on Les Miles' LSU team, and if you look up a catch he had against Arkansas, it's outstanding. It was maybe even as good as Odell Beckham's. Y'all might not think, but I think it's up there. So, and you also have players who are duds. Odell Beckham. You better not start him, because he's been look, let me tell you something. If the Cowboys beat your team on offense and defense, you're not that good. I mean, you don't want to admit it, but we all know you're not that good. So, Odell Beckham, so the Giants O-line has nobody on it. Eli Manning was getting rushed the whole game. He didn't even have a chance to pass it. Their highest receiver in fantasy points probably got under 10. That I'm just guessing here, but you don't want to keep away from Giants players. They have a horrible offensive line, so you got to stay away from them. Also, players you want to stay away from are players like Todd Gurley. You might have him, but his knee has been killing him, so you better get rid of him. You better get your backup running back now. I'm advising you this, and you better you wanna wait till Gurley's better. Get him, and drop the backup running back you have now. You also want to get rid of people like I don't know. You want to get rid of people like Sammy Watkins. He had no points whatsoever. It just ticks me off. My friend started him. He was in the first video. H didn't do that good. So, you don't want to start him. And, I mean, H got blown out. He had only 65.30 points. He started people, gave him, when he was playing, he was maybe projected to lose by like 5 points, I'm guessing. But he lost about almost 30-something. So, and he had maybe the worst luck. 2 of his players got over 10 points. And that was the St. Louis defense. You want to keep them if you have them. And Jeremy Hill, the LSU running back, has been a success ever since he stepped on that turf field in the NFL. You also want to keep Seattle's defense. They've been a success since 2012 when everyone just started riding on them. You also want to keep Martellus Bennett. He has had the most receptions for a tight end last year, which is amazing, and tight ends don't get points. Keep Antonio Brown. Of course y'all are, because y'all aren't stupid like some people I know that start Le'Veon Bell, even though he's been caught smoking mojo. They got some Andrew Luck. You want to keep him. He may have not done that good, but you got to keep him. He got under 20. Forte, he's a stud. The Chicago running back out of Tulane. You think a Tulane player would have been a success out of the NFL? But Matt Forte has proved that if you could be a receiving back and a running back, and you could get a lot of points off that. Also, you want to start. You don't want to start him, but here's a good backup running back for you, Joseph Randle for the Dallas Cowboys. He got 10.70 points last week against the New York Giants, but the Cowboys have said they still run 30 times a game. This is what you want to do. You want to start Randall. You want to start Randall, or you want to put him on your backup, because if you have running backs like my team does, like Lacy and Murray. Murray didn't get a lot of yards, but it said the Eagles are gonna set him up in the end zone, which will give you a lot of points, because every time your player scores a touchdown, he gets 6 points plus the yards he got off it. So that's it for you guys. Hopefully your team will win next week, and that's all I got for you. Thank you for watching. Like us and subscribe to us and watch more videos.